We're back. Did you miss us?
On our last video, we dropped the news that we changed our name from the Pacific Northwest Relocation Council to the Puget Sound Relocation Council.
Acronym, please. This is the world of relocation we're talking to.
PSRC.
So for our next video, we wanted to take it back, way back.
At the start of 2020, PSRC began a scholarship program for the first time. We were looking for that special youth who was affected by relocation in their lives in a profound way. We received great submissions. It was hard to pick just one. And our amazing winner, Adam Scott. No, not that Adam Scott from Parks and Rec. Our Adam Scott is headed off to school at...
Wait, let me guess. Arizona State, Fear the Fork.
No way. I bet he's going to the University of Oregon. Go Ducks.
Wrong. He chose Oregon State. Go Beavs.
No way. He chose the maize and blue and it's going to Michigan. Go Blue.
I think he chose Washington State. Go Cougs.
Oh no, he chose University of North Carolina. Go Tar Heels.
Barry, you have the right coast, but the wrong school. University of South Carolina. Go Gamecocks.
You guys are all wrong.
Oh.
He picked the best school in the state, the UW. Go Huskies.
And we're going to show you his video so you can see how awesome he is. But first, we do want to say a special thanks to our generous PSRC sponsors who made this scholarship possible.
Here in the Puget Sound, we name our sponsors after our sea life. Our highest level of sponsorship is the Orca whale, and those sponsors are ACE Relocation Systems, Aboda by Reside, Heirs, A+ Housing, Chase, First Tech Federal Credit Union, KPMG, Pearl Law Group, Quicken Loans, Velocity, The Right Move Group, Shift, Sterling Lexicon, Sweet America, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, Windermere Relocation, and Wolfsdorf Rosenthal.
And next up is our SEAL sponsors, BGRS, Berkshire Hathaway Northwest Real Estate, Coldwell Banker Bain, Dwellworks, Envoy Global, Home Destination Real Estate, Guaranteed Rate Affinity, Sudeth, and TIAA Bank.
And finally, our salmon sponsors.
Oh, I could really go for some salmon.
Well, Barry, later. But for now, the salmon sponsors are CAP Relo, National Corporate Housing, New World Van Lines, and NEI Global Relocation.
And now, without further ado, our very first scholarship winner, who also won the ERC scholarship, Mr. Adam Scott.
Yay! Adam.
Hello there, my name is Adam Scott, and I am extremely grateful to be the recipient of the 2020 scholarship from the Puget Sound Relocation Council, and I cannot wait to make good use of it studying civil engineering with the honors program at the University of Washington, and I will read you my essay that I submitted to the council. I was the only person in the family that had an optimistic outlook on the move. I desired adventure. I saw new potential on my horizon. I accepted that I couldn't change the fact that we were moving. Instead of dreading the inevitable, I embraced it. I used this opportunity to celebrate my life in Austin and my next chapter in Seattle. In November of 2018, my dad moved up to Seattle to work his new job. My mom, my brother, and I stayed behind to finish the school year. We sold our house in December and moved into an apartment just down the road. Those next 6 months in the apartment weren't all that different from the life I was used to, but something felt off. The most apparent was the absence of my dad at the apartment. Not having my dad there certainly left a hole that could only be filled by the calls we had each night. However, there was something else much more murky, much more subtle, that would catch me off guard. We were always so busy that I rarely had time to let my thoughts settle. When my thoughts did settle, however, I would feel the disconnect from my old house. I was only a 15-minute run away from the house, so I visited it quite often. It was an entirely different experience looking at a house from the outside when I knew what it felt like to be on the inside. Sometimes I wish I had gone back to the house. Other times I'm happy I could just sit there, reminiscing about the good old days. The closer I got to the move, the closer I got to my friends. I spent every second I could simply being in the presence of my favorite people. When I know it is the last time I'm going to see someone for a long time, it makes that time all the more enjoyable and important. I didn't realize how much I was going to miss my friends until I was already gone. My brother and I arrived in Seattle about a week before my mother, so we were the first to be reunited with our dad and our pets. It was a wonderful feeling to be with him, and within a week, our family was finally whole again and under the same roof. Family goes a long way in holding you together when going through massive changes like moving homes. So I would recommend to other students that they cling close to those around them and start building a new home. A hint of optimism and dedication can go a long way. The first night in the new house, I spent much of the night unpacking my luggage and setting up my room. The next few days, I spent much of my time in the basement clearing out as much packaging as possible and rediscovering the treasures we hadn't seen since before the apartment. My one and only goal was to make the basement as it was in my mind's eye. The act of imagining my ideal home and molding the basement into the shape I desired made unpacking extremely enjoyable. I recommend to other students who are moving to personalize their new home and make unpacking a fun experience. Empty walls and boxes can leave an empty feeling in the house, so decorating and organizing will help to make your place feel more like home. The crucial component to moving, in my experience, is establishing solid and positive relationships with people in your new community. At first, attending a new high school in my senior year felt like an impossible challenge. Most people had already established friend groups, and Roosevelt High School was nothing like the Liberal Arts and Science Academy, the magnet high school I attended in Austin. Despite these challenges, I found my place at the school. I made friends quickly and found ways to get engaged with the student body during lunches and at school assemblies. The most important group I joined, however, was the debate team. I've been on a debate team since I was in 8th grade, so I thought it would be a good idea to try out the Roosevelt speech and debate team. The team was so welcoming to me and happy to have me there that it had become my new home at the high school. With our many meetings and tournaments under our belts, I've become so close to everyone on the team, and we have accomplished so much together. I would especially like to mention my debate partner, Emma, who has been such a compassionate companion, not just in debate, but also in school and life. I'm very thankful to have people like her in my life, and I encourage students who are moving to branch out and connect with new people, whether that is through interesting clubs, classes in school, or just walks around their neighborhood. Not only have I made my closest friends in Seattle, I have also maintained strong relationships with my friends in Austin. I still catch myself saying that I'm going back home when talking about visiting Austin. First, I thought this was my inability to complete my transition to Seattle, and that frustrated me. However, I've come to realize that Austin still is my home. The most important piece of advice I wish that I knew before is that home isn't just a place, it's the people you feel at home with. That is why it's so important not only to reach out and connect with new people in your new home, but also to remain committed to the relationships you have in your old home. My heart is housed in the hearts of my friends in Austin and Seattle, and I hope to expand my home across the world as I travel, meet new people, and make an impact in their lives. Thank you for listening, and I hope to hear your stories as well. Bye, all.